once we start recording. Okay. Well, hi, I just want to welcome you all to the call tonight, and I want to just let you know that we're going to be talking about the triplex, the Plexus Triplex. My name is Kelly Johnson, and I'm an independent Plexus ambassador, and the triplex is our biggest seller. It's comprised of three different things. The very first thing is the Plexus Slim. The Plexus Slim comes in packets. They're little 30-day packets. And the purpose of the Plexus Slim is it was created for diabetics, and it was created to control their cravings, their sugar cravings, okay? So what it does is it helps to keep the blood sugar, the cholesterol, and the lipids at healthy levels. And it helps to increase the willpower over food. It reduces binge eating. And it's all natural. There's no meal replacements. There's no shakes. You don't have to drink your food. It's all natural. So that's one of the wonderful things about this product is that it balances blood sugar. It was created for diabetes, people that have diabetes, to balance blood sugar. And what we've found is that balancing blood sugar is related to all kinds of wonderful things. Having energy, losing weight, sleeping better, better moods, just lots of things, okay? So what I want to do is just kind of show you a little bit about how I take my Slim. It's meant to be taken with water. Now you can take any size water. So you can, if you use a little bottle, you can open it up and pour it in there and shake it. Use a big bottle, you can do the same. Now, when you open this up, the bottle's completely full. What I usually do is drink some of that. So what I'll do is I'll take some of the Oaklands with the initial water so that I have a little bit of room in there to shake it up, okay? So what I do is I'll put this in there after I've had some to drink, and then give it a shake, and then you just drink it down. Now, I have found that lukewarm water works best for dissolving the Plexus. I've tried it with really cold water, and it doesn't dissolve very well. It's pretty clumpy on the bottom. Have you tried that too? Is that why you're smiling? So it does dissolve better with warmer, lukewarm type water, but it does taste great cold. So what I do, sometimes, I don't do this all the time, but if I'm not in a rush, I'll make it lukewarm and then pour it into a glass, put some ice in, pour it over some ice, and then stir it up a little bit so that it's nice and cold. Some people don't like the taste of it. It's a fruity Tootsie Roll Pop, cherry flavored Tootsie Roll Pop flavor, sweetened with stevia. And so if you don't like the taste of it, you can add stuff to it. Some people add a little bit of lemon or a little bit of lime or just something else to kind of get rid of the flavor. Another thing you can do, again, it's not a bad flavor. It's just, some people like to dress it up. Another thing you can do is to, totally lost my train of thought. Well, we'll get back to that when I remember. Okay, so that's how you take the Plexus Slim. You're going to take that once a day. In the morning is preferable because you want to take it 30 minutes before a meal. That gives time for it to go into your body and actually begin to regulate your blood sugar before you stuff your body with food. If you want to and you forget it in the morning, you can totally do it before lunch. You can do it before dinner. You can do it at any time. It doesn't mean that because you forget to do it in the morning that you shouldn't do it at all. So it can be taken any time of the day. I take mine in the morning, but basically just it's easier not to forget it. And I keep it in just a little container by my kitchen sink. So when I walk in there and I have breakfast in the morning, I know that to take the Plexus. So this product alone is our biggest seller. And what we've done is we've paired it together with other products to make it more effective. Now, before we talk about what it's paired with, the triplex is the main thing I'm going to talk about today. Let me just tell you about, before you put people on this product, you want to give them some instructions. So you want to make sure that they know to measure themselves before they start on their Plexus Slim, because they're going to see changes. They're going to see changes in inches first, and they're going to feel their clothes are going to fit better. And if they've measured with a measuring tape, they'll be able to tell you how many inches they've lost. The scale may not move for a while because inches come off faster than pounds do. And it's more easily recorded, and you look great, but even though the scale may not be moving, okay? So you'll want to have them take their measurements. And then another thing you want to have them do is take some pictures. Before and after pictures are awesome. So if you can have them take some front profile pictures, side profile pictures, then they've got a testimony going. And if they end up enjoying the product and it does wonderful things for them, now they've got a business that they can do with before and after pictures of their own. So it's kind of your way of setting them up for success later on, okay? Another thing that you can do is to, so take pictures, take measurements. Another thing you can do is ask them to make note of any type of pain they have going on in their body. So you want them to, it can be a mental note. It's not like they have to write it down, but you want them to be aware before they start. Is my back hurting? Is my elbow hurting? Does my stomach hurt? Because there's an anti-inflammatory in part of these ingredients, alpha-lipoic acid, that is phenomenal for decreasing pain. And so lots of people have been able to wear shoes that they weren't able to wear before because of their arthritis pain. Lots of people have been able to, testify about lots of pains that have gone away. And that's not something people look for. And so that's why you should let them know. A lot of times people will buy this because they're looking to lose weight. And if they don't see the weight come off right away, then they get discouraged. And they're not even thinking that, oh, you know what? It's only a month and I haven't lost any weight yet, but that pain that I had in my shoulder is gone. And so, it's important to help them at the very onset of their journey to learn to identify what's going on with their bodies, okay? Another thing that you want to do is have them drink lots of water. So what's ideal is half of someone's body weight in water a day. So, for example, if someone weighs 200 pounds, then they'll want to drink, they should drink 100 ounces of water a day. Now, that sounds like a lot of water, but what you can do is break it down for people. And what I do is I'll say, well, what type of container do you use? Do you use a 16-ounce bottle, or do you drink out of a mug that's 8 ounces? Or, is your water bottle 32 ounces? And then whatever they drink out of, you just divide that by the number of ounces they need. And then say, oh, well, if you drink a 32-ounce bottle, then you'll only need to drink 3.5 of those to get your water in during the day. And it kind of makes it a little more bite-sized for them, instead of being like, you have to drink 100 pounds, good luck. So if you break it down for people like that, then it seems a little more manageable. So that's important, because water works together with the Slim to flush the toxins out of the person's body. Let's move on to the next item in our triplex, and that is our BioCleanse. The BioCleanse is a phenomenal product. The bottle says, BioCleanse is specifically formulated magnesium compound with oxygen enhanced with vitamin C and bioflavonoids. So for your normal lay person, they would think, I have no idea what that means, and so I don't need that. So your job is to help someone understand why they need BioCleanse, and everyone needs BioCleanse. So I'm going to do my best today to try to give you a couple of reasons why BioCleanse has been an absolute blessing to so many people, and then hopefully you'll take that away and be able to help other people with it. So one of the things that BioCleanse does is it flushes out the toxins in someone's body. So what we've found is that there are a lot of people who try to lose weight, but they're not flushing out the toxins. And so they eat, big steak dinners, and they eat, just different things that people eat, and it doesn't flow through the body properly, and they're bloated, and they have all kinds of stomach pain, and they're constipated, and they're not moving the bowels properly. That hinders weight loss big time. So if you can help someone get their gut moving properly, and the body flushing out things that are taken in, that are eaten, then it aids in weight loss. So that's the weight loss side of it. Now, let's say you weren't looking to lose weight, okay? But somebody would say, I don't need BioCleanse. I'm already regular and I'm not trying to lose weight. Well, guess what? The BioCleanse oxidizes the blood. And so what does that mean? That's a fancy term, really. That means that the blood, it gives oxygen to your body and and blood that flows through that has oxygen keeps a person healthy. Diseases don't like to thrive in an oxygen-rich environment. They've proven that when the blood cells are starved of oxygen, that's when diseases start to show up. So let me just sidestep for a minute and tell you that 60 to 80% of our immune system is located in our gut. Most people don't know that. Most people are unaware that if they work on healing and fixing their gut, it will take care of a lot of other issues that are going on in their health. And so making sure that your body is moving the toxic waste out in a consistent manner every day is really important to not only weight loss, but health overall. If your body's jammed up with lots of toxins, then your overall health is going to be bad. Okay. This is just one of the gut health products that we have. The other gut health product is called Probio 5. Now, the Probio 5 works together with the BioCleanse. The Probio 5, actually all three of them together are what's known as our triplex. Let's see if I can hold all three. Okay. This is the Triplex Combo. This is an amazing health program. When we first started with Plexus, we really tried to boost the weight loss with we have something called an accelerator and something called a boost, and added together with this, it really burns fat and helps to get the calories off and make people slimmer faster. But what we found is that if you don't address the gut health, then some people, they get stuck in their weight loss journey. And that's when you hear people say, well, I've tried everything. Nothing works for me. Well, if they will give our triplex a try, there's a chance that it's the fact that they have stuff stuck in their gut that might be keeping them from losing the weight that they've been trying to lose. Okay. Let's talk about the Probio 5 for a minute. So this is an amazing product. I didn't even realize the importance of probiotics until I started on one this amazing. Now, I've been on probiotics for a long time, but they didn't do anything until I started this one. This probiotic gets rid of a bunch of mystery symptoms. So, for example, remember I told you 60 to 80% of your immune system is in your gut? Okay, well, what else is in your gut is your serotonin. Serotonin is your feel-good hormone. It's the hormone that makes you happy, okay? So lots of people struggle with things like anxiety, worry, fear, and depression and stuff, and they don't realize that it's not coming from their head. It's not all in their head. It's actually all in their gut, and the gut is actually been named a second brain. And so this probiotic is doing amazing things for people. So not only is it helping to heal the gut, but it's also working together to help with the other things that are going on inside of a person's body as a whole. So, for example, brain fog. When the memory is just not very sharp and you can't remember stuff, believe it or not, working on your gut helps that. Allergies, autoimmune diseases, all of those things are linked to the gut. And Probio 5, are having tremendous testimonials come in, testimonials about people that all sorts of diseases that are being helped. Now, one thing you have to remember is that Plexus does not claim to prevent, heal, treat, or cure any diseases. But what we do is we can help you to relieve a lot of your symptoms. A lot of these diseases are caused, again, by issues that are going on in your gut. And so we can help you start to feel better by nourishing your insides with what it's missing and why, and that lack is why you're having all these issues. So let me just quickly move along. So that's what the triplex is. Let's talk about when to take it and how and why. The when is every day, okay? Now, if you read this you're only going to take once a day. It can be taken twice a day. There wouldn't be any harm in that. But once a day is fine for that. Now, with these two products, they're a little bit different. This one says on the bottle, take 1 serving in the evening, okay? So you're going to take this just once in the evening, right before bed is ideal. This one actually says take 2 capsules 2 times a day. Now, that dosage is a little bit high. That's like for someone that's constipated, okay? I would say if you have someone who is not as regular, then they can just take 1 a day. They can take 1 of these and 1 of these, and they can do this in the morning and this at night, or they can do them both together at night. This one ideally is best at night, okay? This one can be done in the morning or at night. You can start off with 1 a day. You can go to 2 a day after that. The nice thing about this bio cleanse is it's so gentle. You can take 2 of them in the morning if you ate something the day before and you're super constipated, and it's not coming through. And then 2 hours later, you can take 2 more. And then later on in the day, still feeling bloated and not coming out, you can take 2 more. So it's okay to load up on these. It's not going to harm you. And actually, we didn't talk about this, but a normal bowel movement looks like this. You should be able to go 1 to 3 times a day. So if you're going less than that, that is the definition of constipation. So not everybody understands that either. That's important. Okay. So back to the ProBio. This can be taken once a day at night, but if you have someone that has a lot of issues, they can take more of this. You can take 2 of them at night. And they can take, you could just begin to work with people to see if you start taking it. This helps to get rid of the body's fungus. It does some amazing things. You'll have to do some research on this. But if they're finding that it's not helping, it's okay to increase the dosage. I actually take 4 of them a day, and I take 2 in the morning with my bio cleanse, and then I take 2 at night before I go to bed, just because I have a lot of stomach issues, and this 4 of them seems to work for me. Okay, so that's when. And we talked about how to take it, and we talked about why to take it. So let's spend a few minutes just kind of answering some common questions that people will ask. What dosage should you recommend to a new person? So like I said before, I would recommend the lowest dosage to begin with, maybe 1 of each a day, and then find out how regular they are. So if someone has regular bowel movements, which is at least once a day, then just one pill a day at night is good, 1 capsule. And also, just to mention, if they can't swallow pills, these are capsules. You can open them up and kind of pour it under your tongue, or mix it in applesauce or yogurt or something like that. Let's see. So if someone is not having regular bowel movements because of the American diet, okay, then you can tell them to increase their dosage. But then, okay, so here's the tricky thing that happens with people. When you go from not having bowel movements to all of a sudden having them, it kind of freaks you out a little bit. And so you feel like, oh no, like maybe I'm going too much. Like I went twice today. Surely this is not normal. And it is normal. 1 to 3 times a day is normal. So you just have to work with people to help them to kind of understand that the body is supposed to release those toxins like that. So that's on dosage. We can talk more about that later. This is a question we get a lot. What if I skip a day? So I like to use the analogy of taking care of your body from the inside the same way you do the outside. So what if you skip a day of using underarm deodorant? You're not going to die. Some people around you might die, but you won't die. So what if you skip a day of brushing your teeth? Well, you don't really want to do that, but ideally you want to brush your teeth once, twice, 3 times a day. That's ideal. What if you skip a day of wearing perfume? Well, you'll just kick yourself at the end of the day and go, oh, I could have been smelling good for my husband, Or what if you skip a day of praying? Then you'll want to, you'll kick yourself at the end of the day. Man, I could have been closer to God today. So it's the same thing with your Plexus products. Like if you skip a day of this, then you will feel like, oh, no wonder I didn't have any energy today. It's because I didn't take my Plexus. Okay. So, you don't, people will feel like, oh, do I have to do that every day? You get to do it every day. It's a privilege. It's the same thing like taking care of the outside of your body. It's something you're taking care of the inside of your body. What if you don't drink enough water? Okay. Similar concept. Will it stop working? Well, it's not going to stop working, but it just depends on what you're using it for. So if you are using it for energy, then you'll probably still feel the energy even if you don't drink the right amount of water. If you're using it for body pain, you'll probably still feel feel good. But if you're using your Plexus for weight loss, then if you don't drink your water, then what's going to happen is you won't feel that reduction in appetite. You won't have the same reduction in cravings. Your cravings will be there. So you need the water if you're using it for weight loss. Okay. So I think we can stop there. Do you have any questions? Our time is running out on the Zoom call. So.
No questions. You covered most of it for me.
Okay, good. Let me see. So then with the last couple of minutes, I do have one other thing that I wanted to share. Okay, one other question. So what if it doesn't solve their problem? So what if they say, well, I've been taking this Plexus for a week now and it's not doing anything for me like you said it would, okay? Well, first of all, people need to give it a little bit longer than a week because they didn't get in their situation that, bad health and stuff like that that quickly. So it's going to take some time to get out of the situation. But then you also want to look at some other factors, like what medications are they on? What allergies do they have? What other things could be causing their situation? So if they're complaining about headaches, what maybe their diet is causing their headache, and it has nothing to do with the Plexus product. So what you want to do is start to get people looking at their lifestyle and talking with you about it, and maybe you can help them talk through what other things are happening in their life, so that they can begin to learn about their own bodies better. So they'll encourage them to give it more time, encourage them to drink more water, and encourage them to watch their bodies closer and to look for those non-scale victories. Like, okay, well, maybe I haven't lost any weight this week, but I'm sleeping better, or I have more energy or something. So constantly encouraging people along the way during their journey will help them to stay positive and on the road and stay faithful. So we have about 5 minutes left to this call, and if you have any more questions, now would be the time to ask. Hi. You can't hear? Ah. Okay. Well, if you don't have any other questions, then we're going to stop the recording here, and then we'll pick up again next week at our next team call. And thanks for joining.
I got it. Finally. I'm so sorry. I got so busy cooking and